Hey, what's going on, everybody? We are back after a short, brief hiatus for the last couple of weeks. Boss Man has been at home taking care of a little boss man, young Anakin, the Sith Lord at home. If you're watching this, thank you so much for tuning in yet again to a live Thursday Q&A. By all means, go ahead and share, like, comment, question, do as you please. The boss man, as we're stuck in traffic, is doing that. Joey, how are you doing today? Brief and to the point, ain't he?
Sorry, I'm just trying to.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Trying to find the share button on here. Fuck Richie DeGreg.
Yeah. Well, yeah, fuck Richie DeGreg.
Did anybody see Richie DeGreg and on the phone at the hotel room?
You know, I think Richie. You know what? Anthropomorphism, Joe. You know what that is? Anthropomorphism.
I'm still trying to share this. I'm sorry. Yeah, what is it?
For you guys who don't know, because I'm sure Joe doesn't know any word beyond two syllables. Anthropomorphism is when you give human qualities to an animal, similar to everything in like Charlotte's Web and all that stuff. I think Richie DeGreg is an anthropomorphized slug. He is a slug with human characteristics. That makes sense to me. Anything that works for you, Joe?
He does some things, man. I tell you, he booked a room in Philadelphia for the Icons convention that he went to when he got there. Because he got there before me and Anthony. Well, Anthony, I guess, knew. I don't know. I walk in this room, there's one bed and there's three guys. I said, Richie, what the fuck is wrong with you? But to his credit, he did fix the situation. We let Anthony stay in that room. He booked us a room with two gigantic king-size beds. And I will say, as stupid or as nutty as Richie is, he does usually get us nice rooms, whether it's comped or he flips the bill. Well, we flip the bill sometimes. We do stay in nice hotels.
Listen, all Richie needs to stay at anywhere for it to be nice is for him to stay in a warm, fairly damp area, usually dark. That's what slugs do. Now, next time I see Richie, I'm just going to pour salt on him. Won't be a problem anymore. I don't know.
But anyway, Sims wrote something about him. Richie was livid. Sims said that Richie was so loud he could hear him in the fucking hallways of the hotel. I said, what'd you hear? He was bitching about PayPal.
Bellini to PayPal! That's, I guess, a mixture of fucking Milhouse and Jerry Lewis. But then again, I mean, I'm sure he fucking remind anybody of Milhouse and Jerry Lewis. Anyway, everybody, we kind of didn't really plan a topic today, so if you guys have any questions or would like us to go off on a tangent of any kind, I know the only person who's commented so far is Scotty Cerriti. Say, boy, wrestling drama is alive and well today. I wonder what he's talking about. Do you care to comment on that, Joe?
I don't know. I've been trying to fix the website the whole day.
Oh,
and I haven't got much.
No, you know, we mentioned it at least earlier.
But please, if there is something, please say what.
Well, no, that's because we mentioned it a few minutes ago. We were talking not on the air, but a certain somebody who Joe happens to be very close friends with. A certain somebody decided to body shame another wrestler.
That I'm friends with?
It's a joke, you.
Oh. The way you said it.
A single fucking unique thought it would die of loneliness. So we're saying right out, this guy Grimm, and I'm sure everyone's talking about it, who's got his, his own followings, doing his own thing. Put out a video of him kind of, body shaming Nia Jax at Royal Rumble. And the internet wrestling community has jumped all over it. His fans and his crew have been like, oh, he does this character where he does this and he talks shit on everybody. And then the counter argument to that is, if you're buying a ticket and you're in the crowd, you don't have a fucking character. I had retweeted something from Gran Akuma, who, honestly, hold up, you jerk.
He's allowed to say whatever he wants.
Well, he's certainly allowed to say whatever he wants, but if you're going to broadcast it and you have first of all...
And people have every right to say what they want to him, too.
Yes, but I think the point people are making is that if you have this YouTube show where you are a wrestler and you are booked on shows
as not a wrestler, but go ahead.
Just saying, if you're booked on shows as such, you should fucking maybe had a little bit of decorum. Also, you look like a fucking idiot being a fat guy calling someone else fat. Now, that's dummy dum shit.
Well, I think you call him a wrestler is dummy dum shit.
Oh, you might be right. I lost my train of thought because...
Let's talk about that for a minute. If you want to talk about him calling people fat, that's one thing. But you calling him a wrestler, or him thinking he's a wrestler, what a smack in the face it is to how you do more than me, run cardio class, or I teach the basics to these students. And these kids come in 2-3 times a week busting their ass. This guy's a fucking clown doing backyard wrestling inside of a building. It's still backyard wrestling. He doesn't know what the fuck he trained for 2 months. Jake,
I never spoke
that's
to
what he
him,
said on Damage 365 Radio today. He trained for 2 months. Dave Mooch told me. I didn't listen yet. I will later. But let me ask you: 2 months in, were you doing matches?
I was doing matches 3 weeks in. John, I walked into Johnny Rods. I told Johnny Rods I had a big family, and he saw dollar signs in his eyes.
Okay, were you good?
I wasn't good, but I was able to do the 3-minute match they gave me.
Okay, so after 2 months, this guy is a trained pro, is what you're saying?
I didn't say that at all.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
You asked me questions about me. I answered.
But the 2 months in, you're not ready. Let's be realistic.
No, I would say
this guy is training people now in this fucking place.
I mean, again, there's nothing you can say. Again, my issue comes down to the fact that, like, look, like, you did this thing where you made this show and there's a following of it, and
I don't even know what the show's about.
I don't know. It's not for me. It's not for me. I'm not going to shit on it because it's not for me. For whoever it's for, they like it, let them enjoy it. It's not for me. Some people like polka. It's not for me.
Speaking of walkout.
George, shut the fuck up.
What do you say?
George is being... Juba's a world champion, but what does he have to do to become a headliner?
Sell tickets.
Yeah, sell tickets. There you go.
Is Juba listening? Is Juba on?
I didn't see him in here.
George, I know I heard that you owe Juba some greenbacks.
Yeah, it's fucking J. George. He's playing games. He doesn't want to fucking give no money that he owes. We owed to the Rumble pool, and Juba won.
Juba's contacted me that he wants me to take care of the situation.
I heard he contacted the APA as well.
I really don't want to be involved in this.
No, I don't know. Anyway, let's stick to the fucking topic at hand. We fucking start talking about other stuff and just ridiculous. So, again, I can count you found a platform where people are watching you and you've got views and you're doing something and people like that shit. Whatever, that's for you. That's working. But at the same time, again, like I said earlier, or I was mentioning earlier before Joe cut me off, Grant Akuma on Twitter had put out a tweet and goes, if your character is driving people away instead of bringing them to your product or to you, then your character sucks. And that's what's going on here, is the fact that this is...
He's a fucking fan. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Again, say what you want to say, motherfucker, but people book him on shows.
Rob Fury books him on shows, another clown.
Again, is he not on shows? Are wrestling audiences not watching him? Call him a wrestler, call him not a wrestler, whatever the fuck you want to say. The point is that I'm going to use this language because people do book him because his YouTube show gets a fucking shitload of views.
He's wrestling TJ Marconi, I heard, coming up.
Well, that'd be a fucking barn burner. Yeah, but Scotty, that's the thing. Like, when you're like, oh, his daughter said this, I could care less what a little kid has to say, man. Kids are fucking products of their home, man. You know, stupid shit doesn't fucking just magically show up to you. That shit is taught at home. So if she's saying that, she's trying to emulate her dad, and honestly, that's kind of gross. Because you got this kid that, like, you're being... First of all, you got a daughter and you're fucking being negative to women? Like, come on, man. You know, again, it sucks to me... Like, as a dude who fucking genuinely, like, at least tries to fucking champion the cause of, like, women's wrestling when I can, is the fact that, like, this is historic, and he's got his daughter there with him, and I don't know, man.
What is daughter? I didn't hear.
He was saying, like, saying the same shit he was saying. That could be a fucking inspirational moment for her as a fan of wrestling, is seeing these fucking women be empowered and kick ass, and go, fuck, I want to do that. And instead, she's sitting there busy, fucking... body shaming another fucking female athlete. So did I. It was Nia or Asuka in my head, but Asuka ended up being. It makes more sense. I'm gonna do something else with Nia. So yeah, it just seems kind of gross to me that, like, instead of allowing your fucking daughter to be inspired by what she sees, you're gonna, like, you know, teach her fucking shitty qualities. I mean, whatever. Like, again, you're gonna do you, and you should do you. It's whatever. But, like, fuck, man. Like, I can't. It's hard for me to kind of look past that as somebody who... I fucking work in education. Everyone who's fucking watching this know this isn't fucking, you know, wrestling horse shit. Me and Joe beat the shit out of each other and we're sitting here talking every week. I'm a fucking educator.
Will.
Yeah, against your will.
Jake, I find it weird, though. This guy's This guy has insulted the wrestling community by trying to be in it for months or years, and this one instance annoys you. What about the rest of the shit he's talking about?
But here's the thing, it's... If you come at it... Like, I know fucking Hawkins is on his shit, and Hawkins is students. I'm cool with Hawkins or Hawkins' students. All cool with me. Hey, I've worked Hawkins, I've worked the students. They're cool with it for a reason, because they're not coming at it from, this is a wrestling show. They know it's fucking what it is, and they're doing it because it's exposure, and it's something, and you're just fucking, like, doing it to fucking branch your brand outside of fucking wrestling. Which, whatever, again, I'm not gonna knock anyone's hustle.
Listen, if these guys, I don't care what school they're from, if this guy, Grimm, goes to their school and they're in the ring with him and they do something, that's one thing. It's when these guys go out in some fucking backyard and act like a bunch of fucking idiots. That's where I think there's something wrong.
Again,
I'll say it right to
I'm putting my focus on the topic at hand today, where the wrestling drama comes from. It really, I don't know, again, it stands out as fucking, when you're trying to fucking sit there and, I guess, I'm a fucking wrestling fan, you know? I'm a wrestling fan. I don't have any shame in admitting that I'm a fan of wrestling, despite, still being in the business. I enjoy wrestling still. So to have a situation where you've got this guy in the crowd, so...
Well, obviously he's a fan too.
Okay, right, he's a fan. He bought a ticket to the show, and it's okay, man. Like, I was at Raw 25. My buddy hooked me up with a ticket. I didn't pay for it, but...
You're lucky there.
I know, no shit. The fucking seats were nice, too. Again, you're a fan... And I
actually went to a wrestling match that week.
He's a fucking guy just gonna keep cutting me off every
wrestling
fucking time.
I haven't been to a wrestling event that's not WrestleMania since 2003. And in fact, it was at the Garden. The main event that night was shown in Flair. Wrestling match. First time I seen the crowd ask for 5 minutes, and I got it. I went to NXT. We had nothing else to do. And Anthony's like, "Oh, let's go see NXT." And we waited. The tickets came down a little bit. It was a great night. It was a different style of show that I'm used to. It was definitely different. I don't watch NXT that much.
Right. He texted me, it was interesting, Joe had texted me, he goes, who are the heels and who are the faces in NXT? And I'm like, he goes, the crowd is fucking cheering for everyone. And I'm like, yeah, that's wrestling nowadays. Wrestling fans just like what they like. And they get behind you if they like you. It's that simple. But back to the topic before, Joe, I had to fucking jump all over the place. His ADD is acting up. Again, if you're a fan, and you're coming at this as a fan, why are you going to go out of your way to do some kind of shit like that and then pretend that it was a fucking character? It just comes across as ridiculous, in my opinion. It's a bad. And again, if you're a fan, and I'm a fan, I don't like fans that are, because wrestling fans are portrayed as kind of like, doofuses and fucking trashy, and then you do doofusy, trashy things.
I don't know about trashy.
The wrestling fans?
Doofuses all over.
Wrestling fans are genuinely fucking portrayed as fucking trashy, Joe. I think you're well aware of that. We had a guy nearly die at one of our shows.
That's rare. I don't know. I have my own opinions.
I know that Joe has wrestled in fucking bumfuck Pennsylvania with me. There's fucking 3 teeth in the crowd. But they're not trash. Anyway. I digress. It's just, it's a fucking, it's a fucking slight on the business and fucking dumb thing to do. And again, it was a dude who didn't apologize for what he had done until he was called out by enough people on it.
Where did this video end up?
I seen it on Facebook. Scotty Cerriti shared it. It's on his page if you want to check it out.
Who uploaded it? Where did it come from originally? Him? Grimm?
Huh?
Where did it originally come from?
I think he had posted it, obviously.
Okay. And then everybody just grabbed it from there?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Scotty had said, I'm checking in here, when he got in my face...
Straight or left?
Take the left on Skillman. When he got in my face and said, do you know who the fuck I am? I realized he's a problem. Tell me more on that, seriously, because that's kind of ridiculous. So I'm saying, again...
Where was this? Wait.
It might have been in an SWF show, because, Scotty's a Jersey guy, so he might have gone to a couple of those. But, I mean, just,
Do you know who I am?
It's amazing. Like, I bring up the fact that tough guys don't have to fucking act tough. They just fucking are. I got a dude at my gym who's the sweetest guy in the world. He's got cauliflower ears to the fucking max. That's a motherfucker I wouldn't fuck with. You know that dude will tie me up and fucking rip my skull out. Tough guys don't have to act tough. Legends don't have to act like legends. Superstars don't have to act like superstars.